What is up, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is having a good Saturday morning. Wanted to make this quick video about some news that's been going around, and I haven't seen as many people talking about it as I thought I would have. That being that effective in March of 2018, Activision CEO Eric Hirshberg will be stepping down. This news appeared seemingly out of nowhere yesterday, kind of abruptly, so let's take a look at this article and break it down and see what we can find out. Activision CEO Eric Hirshberg will step down in March, according to a statement released today. Hirshberg joined the company 8 years ago, reporting directly to Activision Blizzard chief Bobby Kotick. No reason for his departure has been given. According to a report in VentureBeat, Activision is looking for a replacement. "This is an amazing company," said Hirshberg in an emailed statement. "I have nothing but admiration for the incredible team I've had the privilege to lead. And I have nothing but appreciation for Bobby for giving me this transformational opportunity, and also for having a vision and conviction to champion a creative person for a leadership role in this scale." So, although we don't have a rhyme or reason for this as of yet, this is pretty interesting stuff here. You always gotta wonder when people in these big type of leadership roles step down abruptly like this. There are tons of things going on behind the scenes that will never reach the public eye, and there are a lot of theories going around right now as to why this might have happened. One theory I've been hearing a lot about is that the company is not performing well, which is just absolutely ridiculous to even think about entertaining. I would think that most people who watch YouTube and keep up with Activision and Call of Duty news are going to remember the article that came out fairly recently that said that in the year 2016, Activision earned $3.6 billion with a B in microtransaction revenue. And the profit margin for that year was over 40% higher than the previous year. So there's obviously no financial performance issue here. This stuff is all available on Activision's website. They have all types of slideshows and presentations for their investors to look at. Since they are a publicly traded company, this information is readily available. So I think it's safe to assume that it has nothing to do with the company's performance. The company has actually performed extremely well since Eric Hirshberg joined in 2010. So what else could it be? Well, I've seen other tinfoil hat-like conspiracy theories that the next Call of Duty game is going to be set in the future or set in some kind of setting that fans are not going to like. And maybe as a result, the company is not going to perform well next year. You know, on one hand, I do find this theory a little bit plausible. First of all, because the next Call of Duty is being made by Treyarch, and they're just kind of known as the curveball throwers of the COD developers, so you really never know what they're going to cook up. But another reason that I could almost believe this is that he's stepping down in March. And most people who follow Call of Duty closely know that Call of Duty is typically revealed in April. So it does seem a little suspicious that he would be sticking around until right before the reveal of the next game. But again, man, I'm just not too sure about this. Every business has its ups and downs, and Activision is certainly no exception to that. You know, if this were his legitimate reasoning, then why wouldn't he leave in April of 2016 when Infinite Warfare was revealed? And not only that, but how bad could it possibly be? Infinite Warfare was the most hated game in Call of Duty history, and the most hated game trailer in YouTube history, if our unit of measurement is dislikes on trailers, of course. And even with all the hate, it was still the best-selling game of 2016, which is absolutely insane. That just shows you what a powerhouse Call of Duty is. So although Activision is not immune from making big mistakes, it's highly unlikely that they would have one that's going to turn out to be fatal to the company. And I think Hirshberg's really going out with a bang here. World War II and Destiny 2 were the top selling games last year, and he's been highly involved with the Call of Duty community and esports and tons of other things with the gaming world. You know, a lot of people will probably jump and place the blame of microtransactions and supply drops and loot boxes on him. But in today's world, that's what companies have to do to compete with each other. And I think overall, he's done a great job and done a lot of good for the gaming world. And his boss also thinks so too, apparently, so that's always a good thing. It was his job to take care of the shareholders, and he did just that. I think the real thing going on here is that he's just ready to move on to the next thing. You know, throwing a little bit of my own real-world experience in from myself and people I know, sometimes people will do something for years on end, and they just decide it's time for a change after a while, and they do it. And it's not necessarily that they're unhappy there at their jobs. They might just feel like it's time to move on to something new, or that they've made their mark and he certainly made his mark on the gaming world. Most gamers know who Eric Hirshberg is. He's a familiar face that you see at gaming events, launch events. He's an amazing public speaker, and he was involved with the creation of some of the greatest games that have ever come out. So I think it's just that. I think that he's just decided he's made his mark and it's time to move on to something better. Or maybe he's just gonna cash out, take his millions of dollars, and go buy an island somewhere. That's probably exactly what I would do. But yeah, guys, that about wraps up the video. Just wanted to make a quick little one here and cover this, what I think is very interesting news for the gaming world. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Why do you think he's leaving? Do you think it's just time to move on? Or is there some ulterior motive? Either way, enjoy your weekends, and if you liked what you heard, please leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.